What's going on, YouTube? Avatar Dom. I'm here for you. I hope y'all are here for me. We all got an ego. Some of us just better control of it. Today, that's what I want to talk to everybody about. Killing your ego and manifesting your spirit. All right, so I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, what is the ego? Some of y'all probably already know. A lot of y'all probably already know because a lot of people is woke. A lot of people isn't, though. The ego is basically what blinds you from becoming who you're supposed to be. So an ego is what will prevent a person from taking criticism. An ego is what prevents a person from seeing the negative habits, the negative behaviors they have in themselves. The ego is manifesting everything you shouldn't be doing in this world. So let's say you're an athlete, and you're an athlete, you need to have a good diet, a good workout routine, but you might be very talented at whatever you're doing. So the ego will let you say, I don't need to work hard because I'm talented. And that talent's only going to get you so far. It's the hard work that you have to put in to really manifest to become whatever it is you're trying to be in, whatever sport you're trying to play, And so you got to kill that ego. For me personally, my ego has blinded me most of my life. It prevented me from allowing people to love me. It prevented me from allowing me to love other people. And I had to really check myself on that, like, damn, why? A lot of people realize their life's just going in circles. They don't understand why. A lot of it can be blamed on the ego, and you got to realize you're always going to have an ego. A lot of people might make it seem like they have no ego. I still got one, shit. But I understand how it affects me. So that allows me to keep it under control and check, you know what I mean? And so next I'm going to talk about how do we get to the point of mastering the ego? Well, it all starts with self-reflection. Do you talk to yourself, that internal dialogue you have with yourself? When you're doing something that you could feel it in your chest that you shouldn't be doing, do you check yourself on that? When you're hanging around people that you can tell don't love you, that have nothing good for you, do you check yourself on that? If you don't, your ego's going to grow. And every time your ego grows, your spirit's getting smaller and smaller. And so it'll get to the point where you'll do something bad and not even think twice about it. I put it like this, okay? The first time, all right, I won't lie to you, I've stole before. The first time I stole a pack of gum, if I felt it like, damn, I really stole a pack of gum, I got away with it. But, by the 10th, 12th, 13th time of going in the store and taking something, it was like, that shit was easy because the ego was so big that I was blinded by it to feel, not just to see, you feel me? You can be blinded more than just visually. And so I was blind to what it was doing to me until eventually that ego built up to a point where it caused me trauma. You know what I mean? And so that's why it's so important to check your ego when it's small, because the more it grows, the harder it is to check. Think of it like this, okay? If you were raised your whole life to act and think a certain way, and then you get hit with this knowledge like, I'm not supposed to think like this, I'm not supposed to walk, talk, or act like this, it's going to be a lot harder to change. That's why it starts when we're small. It starts when we're young. You think of a baby has no ego. That's why they'll cry in public. That's why they'll shit the pants in public. There's no ego in a baby. To any of my religious folk, the Bible says we're supposed to come to Jesus like a child. That's what he meant. They have no ego. They have no ego at all. And so, yeah, like I said, it's impossible once you've been doctrined into society and you live by society's norms. It's impossible to not have an ego. But that doesn't mean you can't grow. That doesn't mean you can't acknowledge it and keep it in check, And in some situations, the ego could be a good thing. And y'all probably like, that don't make no sense. Look at Kanye West. Kanye West probably got a big ego, but he doesn't let it blind him to the point where he's not successful. See what I'm saying? So it's all about knowing who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. Me personally, I'm trying to help people get out of this matrix, get out of these thought loops, get out of these negative thoughts and worries we all have. And I'm just one part in a big puzzle that's trying to do that. It's bigger than me. But that's what I was put here for, and I had to kill my ego to start finding my purpose in life, because my ego used to make me think I was supposed to be a rapper, or I was supposed to be a drug dealer, or I was just supposed to party all the time. You look at these rappers and you just want to be like them. You look at all these famous people and idolize them and want to be like them. That's your ego idolizing them. Your spirit don't idolize that shit. Not at all. You know what I mean? Your spirit just wants love. It wants to spread love, give love, and receive love. That's all your spirit's after. It ain't after your spirit. It's not after $1 million. I don't care who you are. Your spirit's not after $1 million. And that's not to say you shouldn't want to have money. I want to have money. Shit, I don't want to live worried in this matrix. But it starts now. You feel me? If you can't be happy with what you have now, you're going to have $1 million. You're still not going to be happy. You're going to be just as miserable as you were, if not more miserable, because you're going to be even more confused. Like, damn, I got the money and I still hate my life. Simple. You hate your life because your ego is blinding you to what your life is really about. You weren't put here to worry. You weren't put here to idolize anybody. You weren't put here for anything else than to spread love and receive love. And so that's all we can do. You feel me? And everything else will manifest off of that. Love yourself. Watch how your habits change. Love the people around you and watch how you see them smile more. I'm telling you, it's all about love. And so to kill your ego, start by self-reflecting. Sit down and really talk to yourself. Acknowledge the bad behaviors you have, whether it's something small or something big. Because the more you grow in life, them small habits are going to they could be the cracks in your armor. They're going to show more and more. And that's what people going to point out. You know what I mean? Y'all want to be famous so bad. Why would you want to look at these famous people? They can't do anything wrong. They can barely do anything right without y'all critiquing them. You know what I mean? I read an article one time where Rihanna donated a bunch of money. I forget the actual amount. But the whole comment section is, oh, that's nothing for her. That's nothing for her. That's nothing for her. Okay, when the last time you donated anything? That's your ego blinding you. You judging them so hard with your ego that you can't even check yourself. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know, what's $100,000 to somebody that's worth many millions of dollars? But shit, what's $5 to you? See what I'm saying? So we all just got to take a step back and really look at ourselves, what we value, and the characteristics, the traits, and the qualities in us, and ask ourselves, are the things we're doing, the actions we're doing, the qualities we have, is that who we want to be? Is it helping me manifest the person I'm trying to become? Because if not, you're never going to be happy. You're always going to be miserable. You know what I mean? If you're giving all your energy to this matrix, to this bot matrix, you're never going to be happy. And so, like I said, just start by reflecting on your ego and kill it. You know what I mean? Just kill it. And you're never going to get rid of it completely, but just get it to a point where you can stop and say, that's my ego talking. Like a good example from my life is how I'll check my ego is I'll be doing something, and then like I'll judge somebody, and then I'll stop and be like, that's my ego speaking. That's not me. And so, yeah, I still casted the judgment, but then I allow myself to realize why that was wrong so I can try to not do it in the future. But if I would have just said, oh, you're stupid, you stink, or whoever I'm talking about, because like I said, we all guilty of judgment in some way. But we have to come back and reflect and realize that's the ego talking. Your spirit wants nothing for love. And so then when you start doing that, you'll rewire yourself to see the good in people while understanding the bad. But you want to help the good grow in them while diminishing the bad. So it's your boy, Avatar Dom. I'm signing off. It's my first video. Hope it's received in love. Leave a comment below if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. But more than that, just love yourself and love the world around you. Peace.